Hey y'all, this is Richard with Rip One Outdoors. It's good to have you back with us. Look at what we got here for you today. We got a good one. This is the Mokwheel Tarmac Step Through. Mokwheel says it is the high-performance e-bike designed for urban living. After some short test rides that I've made on it, hey, I'm really excited about it. Really excited to show you the complete review. Before we go any further, I'm going to tell you to look down in the video description, and hey, there's going to be a link for this bike down there, and follow along in the review. There's going to be a discount code down there that you may want to hit if you decide to purchase this bike. Hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly run through some specs and features, show you some close-ups on it. There's some things that I think you may not want to miss on this bike. And what we're going to do, we're going to go down to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. We're going to show you how it works out on the road. And hey, y'all don't go anywhere. This thing's hotter than August in Mississippi. Y'all stay tuned. Okay guys, let's do a rapid fire show and tell here. Up on the handlebars, got some nice grips right there, soft. Left hand thumb throttle, there's your touch pad right there, power, plus or minus. Right hand turn signal, left hand turn signal. Turn your lights on with the plus. Hold the power button down to turn it off and on. Takes a little longer than what you may be used to, so hold it down. Tektro hydraulic brake, high quality there. If you decide to lock the bike up and go inside a store or something or another, reach under here, push these two little tabs forward, take this display out, take it with you, throw it in your pocket on in the store. When you come back, slide it up in that notch, and it just pops right back in position, and you're ready to go. 8-speed Shimano trigger shift. There's your bell. Pretty nice cable management here. There's nothing out of place. Another thing I like that comes standard with this Mokwheel Tarmac is the adjustable stem right here. And as you can see, I've got it jacked all the way up for my comfort. One thing you may see here is there's plenty of room on this handlebar for phone holders, water bottle holders, whatever you might decide to put up here. I thought there was plenty of room up here. I do also like this little swept back look on this handlebar. That's pretty nice right there, and that feels pretty good. Headlights built into the frame. Isn't that nice? Hold the plus button down for the headlight. Tail light is integrated into the rear rack. Also got brake and turn signals built in on the frame right above where the wheel mounts. Let's do left turn signal. That's pretty snazzy. Right turn signal, brake. 180 millimeter rotors front and back. 27.5 by 2.4 tires with a nice reflective stripe, both sides. Nice air suspension fork with lockout. There's where you adjust your air pressure. Plastic fenders, both front and rear. There's your tread pattern. Let me show y'all this battery. Pull this little lever down right there. Flip it out. And that's just a cover. Inside the cover, you got your lock here. Put your key in. Turn the key. It unlocks. Reach there with your finger, stick it in that notch, pull it out. There's your battery. Put it back in basically the same way. Put your cover back on. There you go. That is pretty neat. You can charge the battery either by taking it out, or you can charge it through this port with your 3-amp charger. There was no water bottle holder, but it had water bottle holder bosses here, so I put my own on. 750 watt motor with 920 peak watts. It's got 75 newton meters of torque. 46 tooth crank. Lots of room on that rear rack, y'all. 30.4 millimeters is your seat tube size. And that's one of the most comfortable stock seats that I've ever seen. Let's get on down to the bay and get this ride started. Okay, y'all, it's good to be back with you here on a beautiful afternoon in the little waterside town of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Right down on the Gulf. And as we have the opportunity, we're gonna take the Mokwheel Tarmac ST out for a ride. and we'll give you our report. I can tell you what, it's a hot August afternoon here in South Mississippi. When I left the house, the temperature was 97 degrees. But the good thing is the humidity is not so high today. We got a little bit of a reprieve from the humidity. A little bit of congestion here. Let me see if I can get down by the boats here. Yeah, we're going to take little portions of our ride here and give you a good, fair, and honest, the best of my ability, and to tell you all about the Mokwheel Tarmac ST. And then down towards the end, we will leave all that up to you, whether you want to go out and purchase one of these or not. I'll tell you what, the first thing I noticed, of course, this is not my first time to ride the bike. I've got 11 or 12 miles on it so far. I rode it by the house up towards Walmart to just get a feel. And usually on bikes like this that I'm doing a review on, I'll take it out. I won't go very far, but I'll take it out and just go a few miles, you know, just to get the bugs worked out. Oh, it's really congested here today. We might go back and see if we can find our way around this. And that's what we're gonna do. See, y'all hang with me. Really nice destination, and I'm gonna tell you some of the finest little restaurants. Yeah, as I told you, I took it up for a ride yesterday evening, and I was only gonna go just a few miles, just to get the bugs worked out. Just gonna ride over about the horses and the donkeys, you know, and turn around, come back. Let me get turned here. But I got started on it and I rode, and directly I was like Forrest Gump, you know, when he took off running. He just ran. Well, that's the way I was. I just rode because I couldn't, once I got started on it, it was like I just wanted some more of it. Here's Miss Mary's Old Town Snowballs and Ice Cream here. Most of y'all remember this place. Oh, I gotta run by this old truck right here. Take a look at this old truck. Check it out, y'all. That's an Apache, 59. Beautiful. You see what you're missing, you know, I mean, you can take bikes like this and you can get through all the traffic, get around all the congestion, and get out and on a day like today and just enjoy a beautiful South Mississippi afternoon. I think they're getting ready for cruising the coast down here. I mean, there's always a high influence of the old classic cars here. It seems like there's a few more today than what it normally is. Hey ladies.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Just get out in, I mean, look at the cars, y'all. They don't have enough parking down here, but people come and they park and they walk for blocks. We're heading over that big bridge right yonder. That's the Bay Bridge. It's always one of my destinations. Anytime I'm reviewing a bike, I want to come down and ride it across the bridge. It's not much of a huge hill to climb, but it is a hill to climb. And I can tell you just from my little ride I did yesterday evening, that this bike is really torquey. They say 75. They say 75 Newton meters. And I think sometimes it feels like more than that. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm riding along in pedal assist 1, and I'm running along at 19 miles per hour. It's a very sporty feeling bike. No ghost pedaling that I've seen so far. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. We might get us in a little shower, but that'll be okay if we do. All right, we're gonna test these tires out here. We're gonna hook it through this sand and up this little doodad here. I mean, I climbed that hill right there with, you know, a combination of throttle and pedaling. And I'm gonna tell you, I was really, really pleased. Let's stop up here. Y'all see all the boats down there? People just come here. That's kind of a low water area there, a lot of sandy places. People come there and get out and swim. This is the Bay of St. Louis right here. Yeah, people just come and spend the afternoon in the sand, in the water. We grew up when we was boys, we used to come down here. Daddy would bring us down here fishing. And if I had a boat, I'd probably still fish down here. Such a beautiful place. I've told it many times, but I'll tell it again, that this bridge was completely destroyed during Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. But just a few years after there, they had it rebuilt with the help of the taxpayers' money and built it back to the beautiful structure it is now. And they put this 10-foot wide bike lane in here and walking lane. Don't see anybody out walking right now, but I guess because it's so hot. We're gonna ease across the bridge over here, y'all. We're gonna do a few tests. This would be our climbing test, how it climbs. I usually do throttle only and just see how it climbs and compared to bikes that I brought before. As we go down off the hill of the bridge and we get down on the other side over there, we're coming down a pretty good grade there, and I'm gonna do a braking test. Just to test out these Tektro hydraulic brakes. But y'all, we know from past experiences, Tektro makes some good brakes. And we don't anticipate having any problems there. I think right along in here is where the grade starts on this bridge. So we're gonna go throttle only right here. And I do have the throttle set to go 28 miles per hour, okay? Hope you can see the display there, but we're 23.4, 24.4, and it's still climbing, guys. 24.4, down to 23.7, that's throttle only. And here we go, we're gonna roll down the other side. That's 27.7 miles per hour. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, in South Mississippi, this is the place to be. You see the people out riding their bikes, riding their motorbikes, bringing their old cruiser cars and trucks around. This is definitely a hot spot, I can tell you, here in South Mississippi. And one of the best regular bicycle riding or e-bike riding places that you can find. I can promise you that. I love coming down here and riding. Clipping along about 20 miles per hour. Coming down to the part here where I told y'all we was going to do the braking test on the hill. Okay, here we go right here. Doing 21, 22. All right, from this point we're going to brake. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, I stopped here for a minute, cool off a little bit under the bridge. About the coolest place around here I found. We saw the power demonstration of the bike as we climbed the Bay St. Louis Bridge there on the incline. And we saw the braking test as it came down off the bridge there. But while we're over here, these streets are usually pretty quiet. Maybe show y'all a little bit about the pedal assist levels. Nice Jeep. But you can go in the settings on the display and you can set the level of pedal assist that you want. You can tell it how many miles per hour you want. I thought that's pretty useful. Instead of giving you like a percentage or a percentage of power or a level of power, somehow they just tell you to pick the mile per hour that you want. So right now we're in 1 and we've got about 15 miles per hour. Bump it up to 2. It's about 18 miles per hour. Bump up to 3. It's about 20 miles per hour. You can feel it level off. He stopped at this stop sign. But yeah, you can feel it increasing, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits a plateau there and levels off. It's pretty neat. All right, here we go. We're checking number 4. That's about 23. Pedal assist 4 is 23. All right, let's check number 5. It's about 27 and a half. So that's what I'd say. Just well say 28. I could have pedaled it a little harder and got it on up to 28. So yeah, as we think about the torque sensor and the cadence sensor, I can't tell you which one it's using at any particular time. There's times when I'm riding, I can feel that torque sensor. And there's times when I'm riding that I can feel the cadence sensor. So it apparently switches back and forth by the way you're pedaling it and the power that you're putting into the pedals. I can tell you this, I have felt bikes' power systems before, and I thought they were pretty smooth. But so far I haven't found any one of them that will compare to this Tarmac ST. I can tell you that. And that's a fact. Let's ease back across the bridge, y'all. And we'll catch y'all on the other side, and we'll see about riding down the beach path there a little ways. Y'all, we came back across the bridge, and I got to run through here and refill my water jug. So I thought while we was riding through this beautiful part of town here, that I'd tell you about the comfort of the bike, which is very important. It's got this adjustable stem up here on the front. That's first and foremost that I had to talk about. Because if you don't have this, as far as my preference, I'm 6 foot tall, and if the doctor's listening, I'm 225, but if the doctor's not listening, I'm 235. So, but I have a 31-inch inseam. And for me, and I'll show you all around here in a little bit when I stop at the truck, about where I like the bike to be sitting to provide the best comfort level for me. They fixed to kick the live band off there. Miss Mary's is rocking today. Let's stop and get me some ice cream. Then we got right around here in this little cubby hole around here, you got the Creole Creamery. That's my preferred place to buy ice cream there. They make that ice cream in New Orleans and they bring it out here and sell it. Right here in this little yellow house, in that little yeller house right there. So we might just ease up in there in a little bit and get us some ice cream. What y'all think about that? 442. These old cars and trucks, y'all. Ain't them pretty? I've seen that one before. That orange and black one. A lot of these guys are local. Sugar, sugar. All right, stop in here and get us some more water. It's hot. We done drained our water jug. Got some rain coming off in the distance yonder. We may not get it though. All right, before we refill our water jug, I said I was gonna show you something about the comfort. You see how high I got the seat jacked up? And how high I got the stem jacked up here? I got it adjusted all the way around. I love the handlebars. The handlebars have a little bit of a back angle to them. Very, very comfortable. The hand grips here, even though I'm wearing gloves, hand grips are really, really smooth. The bike is not overly tall. It's just right. It's just right. It would be just right for a 5'6" rider, or it would be just right for a 6'2" rider, 6'6" rider. They say 6'8". Hey, just jack it all the way up, you know, and get on down the road. We rode out a pretty bad thunderstorm back there at the truck where I last recorded at. But it looks like it's moving out now. You may see a little drop of water on the camera here now and then, but of course most of y'all that follow my channel know where I'm at. We're down at Washington Street at the access point. Yeah, I left my bike under one of the pavilions there by the Amtrak station, and there's some people sitting under there with it, so I went and sat in the truck during the storm. It got pretty bad, I tell you it did. But just for the few minutes that we have left, I'm gonna try to make a little run down the beach path here, and we're gonna try to do a summary of our feelings about the bike. See how many miles we had. We got 25 miles on the bike now, and we had 11 on it last night. So that's 14 miles that we put on them. We managed to put on the bike. I wish I could have put more, but being with the weather like it is and time is running out, we'll do the best we can. But to do the summary of the bike, I tell you, as I already mentioned, it's got a special feeling about it when you get on it. The power that it has. It's got a very pronounced torque and punch, if that's what you want to call it, that will get you on down the road. And I like that. I also like the fact that you can go from 0 to 28 with the throttle. All you have to do is go into settings and set that throttle speed. Yeah, set that throttle speed in the settings, and it's quick. It's done lickety split. I like the fact that you can set the pedal assist settings individually. Those work out really good to my riding style. We already mentioned about the comfort. No problem with the comfort. It's a very easy bike to ride. And I know I may have mentioned this when I showed the close-ups of the bike, but now that I've had a chance to ride 25 miles on the bike, I can say that is the most comfortable stock seat that I've ever seen come on a bike. The quality of the bike, I'm gonna tell you, I think it's a very exceptionally high quality bike. They have dotted their I's and crossed their T's when it comes to detail on this bike. Now I'm gonna stop right up here and I'm gonna tell you some of my yeses or nos on it. Let's stop right here and I'm gonna tell you just a few things and we're gonna call it a day. I like the water bottle holder mounts that they put here. I put my own water bottle holder on here. That's very handy. That does get in the way of your foot and we got a 19-inch step over here, step through. That's not that bad, but it does get a little bit in your way, you know, for getting my big clodhopper over through there. But that's not a big negative right there. On the positive sides, I really like these lights that are built into the rack. I like those turn signals. I've used them and I feel good about them. I like this built-in headlight right here. I like the built-in headlight. It's got air shock suspension, very comfortable, very comfortable. That's my pros. But if I had to say a con, my only con about this bike would be this display right here. And you might say, well, what is it you don't like about the display? I can tell you what I don't like about it. I don't like having just a bar. I like a percentage of battery power, but it seems like the bar's working okay. But I'd like to see a percentage on there or either a voltage. It keeps up with your time here in minutes, 203 minutes and 19 seconds. I could do without that. This is good size right here. This is good size right here. But it's hard for me, when I'm sitting on this seat, it's hard for me to see this little fine print right here. Mokwheel, I think you could have done better. As far as removing I showed y'all how we removed the display. Oh, that's good. But I would have rather had a display that didn't remove, that had more functions on it, that had more a percentage of battery power and stuff like that. But hey, as far as the battery range, I think we're doing real good. I mean, for the 14 miles, it still looks to me like it's got all the battery power on here. So, hey, not bad. But yeah, that's my only con, y'all, is the display. I can tell y'all right now, though, that I really highly recommend this bike to anybody looking for this type of commuter. I call it like a cruiser bike. In fact, it could very easily be my ultimate cruiser. Put me a suspension seat post right there, and I'll guarantee you, give me just a little bit more smoother ride, I guarantee you this bike could be my ultimate cruiser. Even though it's not a fat tire bike, I just like the way it looks. I like the way it performs. I tell you what, do if you decide you want to take a look at this bike and you decide you want to make a purchase, look down in the video description there. There's going to be a link for Mokwheel and this bike right here. Take that link and use that link to make your purchase with. On the screen right now, there's going to be a discount code. Be sure to use that discount code for a special discount. And as always, y'all, if you've seen something that you like and you want to see some more videos like this, hey, reach down there and hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that bell notification. We got another video coming to you in a few weeks on this bike right here. We're going to silk stocking. So until we see y'all again, we hope y'all will be blessed. Thank y'all for watching.